Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is COD4 and welcome back to another episode of the Call of Duty Community Choice, where you guys vote on which Call of Duty games I play. You vote, the votes get casted, the vote gets counted, and whatever vote wins is the Call of Duty game that I show you guys next. So of course here, COD4 won over Black Ops 2, and since there are no more Call of Duties to play in my collection, I only have COD4 and onwards, Black Ops 2 will be the next and final episode in this mini-series, of Call of Duty Community Choice. So that's for the future, but now we're going to be talking about some COD4, and I'm sure a lot of people, love this game. A lot of people say that COD4 is one of the best Call of Duties in the series, if not the best Call of Duty in the series, and this game, in fact, was actually my first Call of Duty game that I've ever owned, and this is the particular game that got me into the franchise, and I guess got me so hooked. I remember when I first got the game, I was playing like a team deathmatch on block. I had the M16, and as soon as I got my first kill, it was like, whoa, that felt so good. It's like magic. It's like that spark of magic that never goes away, I guess, because the thrill of getting a kill, the thrill of getting points, the thrill of doing well, the thrill of being in combat, all that sort of stuff combined is what like my first feelings of this game were. And of course I'm hooked, you know what I mean, because I love the Call of Duty series, and I can't wait to get the next Call of Duty, which is going to be, of course, Call of Duty Ghost. That being said, though, when I choose to play COD4, because occasionally I do go back to this game on the Wii version, and I also have it on the PC, so I play on the PC sometimes. But whenever I go back to COD4, the thing that I like to play the most, or the game time that I love to play the most, is going to be, of course, Search and Destroy. I feel COD4's version of Search and Destroy is the absolute best version of any Call of Duties ever, and it's just because of the maps, I think, because I've been thinking, why don't I like Search and Destroy so much in the, the newer Call of Duties? I really didn't like Search and Destroy in Modern Warfare 3, I guess because the maps are really bad and unfair for Search and Destroy, and things like Recon really kind of messed it up and kind of made it like, kind of like newbie tactics like that, you know what I mean? But definitely the maps are like one of the biggest things that dictate whether or not a Search and Destroy map is going to be good. For example, Modern Warfare 3 Dome, it's too one-sided to the defense. Same thing with Black Ops 2. I really don't like Search and Destroy in Black Ops 2 at all. Not really a lot of like crazy tactics you can do. And it's just going to COD4, all of the Middle Eastern maps like Backlot, Crossfire, District, and so on and so forth. Those are like the best Call of Duty maps for Search and Destroy that have ever been made, and I guess that's the reason why I keep going back to COD4, just to play the Search and Destroy game type, because it's so good, particularly on this game. But the main reason, I guess, why I love Search and Destroy so much is I feel that this game type requires the most skill out of any other game type in Call of Duty, especially things like Team Deathmatch and Domination. Those game types don't really require a lot of skill, in my opinion. I mean, a lot less than Search and Destroy, at least, because in TDM and Domination, the objectives are pretty simple, and most of the time, it boils down to you killing the opponents. Like, as soon as you see somebody, you kill them. There's not really a lot of thinking involved, and you don't have to be too cerebral in those game types as opposed to Search and Destroy. Search and Destroy, let me tell you, requires a lot of skill. You always have to think, you always have to set up some mind games so you can trick the opponent and kill them at their weakest and always have them on their toes, you know what I mean? You always have to think, and your aim is so important, again, because you only have one life, you only have one chance, and if you goof up and mess up even in the slightest, you can pay the ultimate price. You're going to die, and you're going to be a big detriment to your team. And also, too, on the flip side of thing, on that idea as well, if you're really good in Search and Destroy, you can be the superstar on your team. You can have the ability to clutch the round like 1v3s and things like that. And your overall individual play is a lot more rewarded and a lot more important in Search and Destroy than the other game types, meaning that in Search and Destroy, you can be a really big standout player if you're really good, because you're going to win time and time and time again. And I guess the main reason why I kind of think this way now, like in terms of competitive play, is because of two particular games, actually, now that I think about it. It's because of Counter-Strike and Pro Mod on the PC on COD4, which is a modification of COD4 where they only play Search and Destroy. One, Counter-Strike, if you guys don't know what Counter-Strike is, basically it's the same kind of game type as Search and Destroy. You have two teams, one team plants the bomb, one team tries to defuse the bomb, and if you know anything about Counter-Strike, that game is known as one of the most skillful games that you could ever play. I mean, some of the players spend, lots of time, dedicate so many years, not even just like months and things like that, but years and years and years playing this particular game just to get better at it so they can compete at high-level tournaments and things like that. Their skill level is so crazy, their aim is crazy, and their tactics are just like out of this world, you know what I mean? The competitive play is really high in a game like Counter-Strike, for example, and another great example for Pro Mod is, like I said, a modification of COD 4 Search and Destroy, where they take everything out. You only can use a certain number of weapons, and they take things like Juggernaut out of the game, grenade launchers. Basically, they try to boil the game down to skill. They only want to have the idea of skill when playing this game. And what other game type do they choose to play? They play Search and Destroy. And again, if you've seen any pro mod gameplay, you just see these guys dominate. Their aim is immaculate. Their team play is crazy, and it's something that you never really see on console gameplay, let's say, as opposed to PC gameplay, where the PC gameplay, pro mod gameplay, is absolutely skillful and out of this world. I really love watching pro mod matches and competitive matches. So I guess those two ideas really kind of sparked that idea of competitive nature in me, I guess. I really wanted to emulate those people's skill level when they played those particular games. So that's why when I play COD 4, I only want to play Search and Destroy, because I kind of want to, I guess, be a wannabe or try to mimic the greatness and the great style that those guys have on the other consoles and the other games. So that's pretty much it. That's the reason why I love Search and Destroy so much. It takes a lot of skill. Trust me, if you play, high level competitive play, you understand that Search and Destroy is one of the most competitive game types out there. So that's pretty much it. My name is COD4. I hope you guys enjoy, and next up is going to be Black Ops 2. Peace.